The Temple of Aletheia rises alone on the endless plains of Erythra, a structure of pure impossibility, brutal in its mass, graceful in its geometry. The colossal walls of the temple are unbroken, their surfaces carved with austere precision, adorned with murals that seem older than time itself. Beneath its central dome burns the Colossus flame, a flickering beacon of white fire, its light steady and soft against the crimson haze of the desert sky. Beneath the flame lies an inscription, etched so simply it feels eternal. You are safe. You have been safe all along. The year 2030, La Source. In the quiet farmlands of Brittany, where green fields stretch endlessly and time moves slowly, there stood an inconspicuous research center. Known as La Source, the facility was housed in an old stone farmhouse, elegant and unassuming, nestled among gardens and the quiet hum of rural life. Yet within its modest walls, 5 scientists, Ra, Eli, K, B, and A, pursued an ambition so radical it defied reason. Their objective was deceptively simple: to understand the foundational layer of existence. Not atoms, not energy, not consciousness, but the substrate upon which all experience rested. Ra described it as the zero ground, a plane untouched by perception, where reality was defined not by events, but by meaning itself. It must exist, Ra argued in one of his notes. Without it, the universe is a tyranny of cause and effect. With it, existence becomes choice. The team sought to quantify the quality of subjective experience, not emotions or sensations, but the very architecture of being. Their instruments were both crude and elegant. A quantum field stabilizer constructed from scavenged superconductors, a vibrational array tuned to frequencies below the Planck scale, and a custom-built harmonizer powered by a G-sharp oscillator. K insisted G-sharp was cosmically significant. Eli retorted, "It's just the cheapest tuning fork we could find." The heart of their work was a resonance chamber, a spherical cavity where vibrational fields could interact with consciousness. A crystalline lattice at its core served as a medium, its molecular structure chosen for its unique capacity to stabilize quantum waveforms. The team believed that within this chamber, they could isolate the untouchable foundation of existence. The event. It was during a routine calibration one winter night that everything changed. The team was fine-tuning the chamber's harmonic stabilizer when the instruments displayed an anomaly. Instead of chaotic interference patterns, the quantum field settled into an extraordinary coherence. For the first time, the lattice emitted a faint, steady glow, a light neither refracted nor reflected, but emanating from the pure alignment of waveforms. The chamber filled with a soft hum, a note so pure it seemed to vibrate through their bones. "Do you feel that?" Eli whispered. Ra stepped forward, his hand trembling, and touched the crystalline surface. The glow rippled outward, jagged and chaotic, as though reflecting his inner turmoil. He stepped back, pale. "It knows," he murmured. A child from the nearby village, visiting with her mother, was brought into the chamber. When her small hand reached toward the crystal, the light shifted, soft, flowing, tranquil. The room fell silent as the team watched the lattice respond, not to matter, but to meaning. The sovereign field. The discovery was unlike anything in science before. The team had isolated what they called the sovereign field, a universal layer of existence untouched by experience. Unlike energy or matter, the sovereign field did not interact with physical forces. It interacted with meaning. It revealed that reality, at its deepest level, was not a series of events, but a continuous act of interpretation. Ra described it as the plane of pure potentiality, where suffering, fear, and even death were revealed as distortions of perception. At the foundation of being, all conscious entities were safe, untouchable, and sovereign. Mathematically, the sovereign field was modeled as a multidimensional manifold in which every point represented a potential state of being. Changes in the field were not caused by external forces, but by the alignment or misalignment of resonance vectors, which described the quality of one's engagement with existence. Chemically, the crystalline lattice was critical. Its unique molecular symmetry allowed it to serve as a bridge between quantum states and macroscopic meaning. The lattice amplified resonance signals, making them visible as patterns of light. Physically, the discovery upended everything. The field suggested that the universe was not deterministic, but participatory, that existence itself was an act of co-creation. The implications. The importance of this discovery could not be overstated. Humanity had long been shackled by the belief that suffering was inevitable, that existence was a battle against forces beyond control. The sovereign field offered liberation. You decide the world, A explained. The flame cannot lie. The Aletheia device was constructed, a crystalline sphere designed to reveal the sovereign field to anyone who approached it. When a person extended their hand, the flame would ripple, reflecting the quality of their resonance. It did not judge. It did not console. It simply mirrored the truth. The world was irrevocably changed. The year 2147, the fracture. The sovereign field papers shattered humanity. Religions splintered, wars faltered, and a new movement arose. The aletheists, wandering the earth with portable devices and whispering, "We are untouchable." Not everyone embraced the flame. Survivors of deep trauma found its revelations cruel. "You're telling me it's my choice," one woman spat. "That doesn't make it easier." "No," Eli replied. "It makes it real." Scientists, philosophers, and mystics wrestled with the sovereign field's paradox. The world is yours, but you cannot grasp it. The flame reflects only what you do not resist. The Temple of Aletheia. By the year 3000, humanity had left Earth behind, its ruins orbiting a dying sun. Yet the teachings of La Source endured. On the desert planet Erythra, the Temple of Aletheia was built as a sanctuary for those seeking the truth of the flame. The temple's murals depicted the monks not as saints, but as explorers, their tools humble and their discovery monumental. Pilgrims approached the Colossus flame in silence. Some wept, others laughed, and a few walked away unchanged. The flame never wavered. It did not judge. It only reflected. A final whisper. As the desert winds howled, a child placed her hand near the flame. It flickered, soft and steady. She turned to her mother and asked, "Why does it feel like it's laughing?" The mother hesitated. "Because," she said, "it's only showing you what you already know." Above them, the Colossus flame flickered on, untouched and eternal, like the first light of a forgotten star.